Welcome back to Marketing for New Musicians, the podcast that helps you treat your passion like a professional career. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving into one of the biggest shifts in the music industry since streaming took over, the Superfan Strategy. If you're exhausted from grinding out social media content for pennies and streaming royalties, this episode is for you. The truth is, just 2% of your listeners generates almost 20% of your revenue, around 18% to be exact. Today we'll explore how to find that gold, convert those super listeners, and finally build a sustainable income from your music. Let's face it, the music industry is a high-volume, low-margin business. Streams are important, of course, and they do drive visibility, but they rarely pay the bills. Think about how many thousands of plays you need just to make a few dollars. That's why the industry is starting to pivot towards something far more lucrative, the superfan. Superfans aren't just casual listeners. They buy, they travel, they share, they like, they participate. According to Goldman Sachs, the superfan monetization market is projected to grow by $4.5 billion by 2030. So it's fast becoming the center of the music economy. Superfans also spend about 80% more per month on music-related activities than the average listener. They're not chasing the cheapest option, they're chasing the best experience, the person with the most authenticity. They want to buy into your brand. So how do we find that highly engaged audience when every artist claims to have the best fans? And of course we say that it's a rudimentary thing that we always say at the end of the year for Spotify Wrapped. Thank you everybody. And we thank everybody. But the good news is you don't need a stadium-sized following to start. You just need to recognize who is already showing up for you. And you might have a loose idea of this. You might have a qualitative understanding of people who like or share or comment or people who always show up. Finding the super listener. Spotify data shows that 2% of an artist's monthly listeners account for over 18% of total streams. So your first step is to identify that top 2%. Who are they? Well, they're the fans who pre-save tracks. They buy merchandise, and if you do live shows, they attend your shows. And that could be live through Instagram or YouTube, or it could be out in the real world doing live shows. These people are 73% more likely to buy physical merchandise than regular listeners. They want vinyl, CDs, limited edition t-shirts, other swag, other merchandise. A key insight from Hypebot is that superfans are not a monolith. That's an important thing. They are different, unique people. I used to work in fundraising, and this is a very similar idea, that you have your top donors to an organization. So you have your very, very top donors. They might volunteer for the nonprofit. They might also give $500 or $1,000 as a donation or more. But these are people that turn up every single time. So they always volunteer for events, they always read your newsletter, they always do these things. These people are known as high net worth or high value donors. And it's the same idea. They love everything, these fans. They're fans of you. But they also exist within niche subcultures as well. So if you do something general like neoclassical piano like I do, once you've identified your core fans, your focus shifts from chasing streams to creating experiences and connection. This is where direct-to-fan monetization happens. Build a centralized hub. Don't scatter your fans across Instagram, Bandcamp, and ticket sites. Platforms such as Weverse, or even just an email list and a Discord server, let you centralize everything. A way to start this might even be to use your website or a newsletter, but also you can just use Instagram. If you want to stick to Instagram, stick to it. Create a group chat, like a marketing channel. Offer exclusivity and community. Superfans want to feel like they belong to an inner circle. So you can give them early or exclusive access to tickets. They're spending about $113 per month on live music, so reward that loyalty. Behind the scenes content and private Q&A sessions. They want to connect with you personally. This could even be samples of upcoming music that's coming out, content that you're writing. And the Q&A sessions can be, it doesn't have to be a live Q&A session. It could be something that you compile together. Many people would have the same questions. How are things produced? What are your plans, etc. Especially now that we're at the end of the year, people want to know what you've got planned for 2026. Limited edition physical products. Now, a lot of these you can get print on demand, so vinyl, signed art prints, or even collaborating with a local artist, personalised notes, especially, again, we're at the end of the year, so that might be some postcards or something like that. Every piece of exclusive content or merch sale or ticket should bring that fan back to your music. So make them feel appreciated, rewarded, and part of something special. And that doesn't mean having 100 vinyls ready or 100 different pieces of merchandise. You can make it hyper-focused and instead focus on a few small key pieces that feel special. The takeaway is simple. Don't treat all your listeners the same. Focus on that 20% of your audience because they can possibly generate 80% of future income. Build a highly engaged, sustainable community around your work. And it can feel overwhelming, so start small. Pick 20, for example, of your most engaged fans this week and send them a personal thank you. That's your first step. And it could be something as simple as doing a handwritten note on your phone, on a piece of paper, and then sending it to them. Take a screenshot, take a picture. Very, very simple. And these are things, as I said before in this podcast, they're things that we do in fundraising. Non-profits do this. They'll send a thank you at the end of the year. If you found this episode helpful, subscribe to Marketing for New Musicians and check it out on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, anywhere else. You can Google it. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next week with more tips to help you grow your music career.